Tonight on Furniture Film Classics, Pat O'Brien.
Rocky, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. It's not just for me. It's for those kids.
And James Cagney.
You're asking me to go to that chair yellow. I can't do that. It's not just for me. The kids, they look up to you. They'll turn to a life of crime. Thanks, but no thanks, Rabbi Jerry.
They made me an upholsterer.
No, I don't want to sit in that chair. Don't make me sit in that chair. I can't. The springs are shot. No, I don't want to die. No, no, please.
Hi, welcome to Furniture to Go. I'm Joe Lavario.
And I don't know who I am, but don't hold it against me. And this is a piece of right over here.
In other words, junk.
But over the next two shows, we will take it from to We're going to put in new springs, new webbing,
Everything
padding,
to drive you crazy over the next two shows.
upholstery. Hey, what's that you're holding there?
This, I'm glad you asked. It's a wheel from this Victorian chair, and it's a wooden wheel. There were 4 of them, but we got rid of them.
My Aunt Matilda had that on the end of the leg.
Is that the aunt you called Aunt Wheelbarrow?
She was a pirate, actually, with a parrot.
So first we have to go for some supplies, so let's go now.
We're going to leave. Ready? Pookie tape.
Lester!
Hey, Lester.
How you doing?
And
Ed.
Ed, that's right. I thought for a minute he was somebody else.
Look, we need some supplies,
Fine.
and we come to the right place, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is the best place in the city.
Quaker jobbing.
Go see Dave over there.
Dave?
Okay, thank you, Lester. The reality check that is upholstery supplies at Quaker Jobbing. Hi, Dave.
How you doing?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Listen, we're doing some chair.
Oh, lots of
We need
chairs.
springs. We need Dacron. We need cotton batting.
Oh, all kinds of stuff.
And some burlap, some Milton burlap.
Uh-huh, very
Okay.
funny.
Yeah.
Springs first, though, Dave.
All right, come with
Very
me. I'll show
funny.
you what I got in here. Thank
You rat.
Okay, we'll start with the springs over
Look at
here.
all these springs.
Oh, the Valley of the Shadow of Springs.
Okay, this is a number 2. This is the most popular size we have for seats.
Well, I like popular things. Give us a
Okay.
dozen of those.
I remember these springs from the past.
Uh-huh.
Let's go see some
Okay, over here I have the burlap and the muslin and stuff you're interested in.
burlap and
Yeah, I have muslin unbleached. I have the cambric comes woven and non-woven.
Give me, yeah, right.
I have sagless in 30 and 36 inch, and I have 40-inch, 10-ounce burlap.
Give me a 36 burlap, a non-woven cambric, and a 25 yards of muslin.
All right,
That's
25 yards of each be enough
Yeah.
for you?
Please,
That's
please.
enough for a lot of shows, right?
Yeah, you can do a lot with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we
What
gotta
else
find
you interested
the
in?
horsehair and
The fill, various fills.
All right, well,
Dacron.
that's upstairs. We'll have to
Okay.
take a ride on the elevator.
See,
on
this
the
holds
elevator.
in the fill, and we got some fill to hold in.
Walk this way.
Oh, do we have
This
to?
way.
You
at
can
this.
walk up if you want, but it's a long way to go.
Oh, look, it's Otis's first try, it says.
Nebuchadnezzar was here. Oh my God! Look at up here. Look at all the bodies.
This is a nice elevator ride. Only took about 20 minutes.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw the
here
prisoner
you-
of Castle Mare back there.
All right, right here I got plain Dacron. Okay,
Yeah, that's a more modern fill,
right.
That's very modern.
Okay, and then I have the cotton.
which
This
is
is-
the
this is-
traditional
this is-
softness.
The
Right,
Colonel
I'll-
Sanders stuff, remember, you can make.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and this is the hair you're interested in. This is 100% hair. This is good stuff.
That's horsehair, right?
Yeah,
There's some
100%.
palomino in there?
Feels a little like loose. Yeah, no, this is real though. This is real horse hair.
Yeah, that's the
Smells
good
good.
stuff.
Right before they hit the Alpo factory.
Right.
And here, of course, we
Okay,
have-
this is rolls of poly. This comes in 1/2 and 1 inch.
Okay, we need 2-inch foam.
Well, then let's take the ride back downstairs. I got a bun on the table. I can cut it for you right now.
Great.
Terrific.
Let's do that.
And we'll take a little bit of each. Great. Whoa.
Just like butter.
Oh, mighty impressive.
Okay, which one of
Whoa.
you clowns is going to pay the bill?
Well, now we're ready, but as with any upholstery project or reupholstery project, you have to finish the wood.
Well, what if the wood doesn't need it?
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Well, what if you don't have to?
Well, anytime you put new fabric on, you have to repair and finish the wood first.
That means we got to take off all this old fabric and stuffing, and then you'll have something as old and as dirty in this. And try wearing a dust mask.
Wear a dust mask, because if you don't, all of that stuff, that horse hair is going to be up your nose.
That's horse hair in there. You know, the technical terminology in upholstery is harking out royal. So what
Rip off the trim.
Rip off the trim first, and under the trim, you'll find these upholstery tacks. That trim, thank you, that trim is hiding the upholstery tack. So you'll need a staple puller like this young man here, and I've got a claw.
And this old man here.
And a claw, and you just start pulling all the tacks out. Now, for first-timers, I would suggest taking this out carefully.
Hey, don't tell me. I taught you this.
So you lie like a rug, Marine.
Yeah.
And you take this out carefully so as to save the old pattern, because the easiest way to do that, new pattern cutting.
See, did this tell you that they put this fabric over top of this
Yes, they
fabric?
did. It's layer upon layer. Ben Franklin sat here. So.
Smells like him. Smells like the spirit of 76 in here.
So you take this out carefully, and you know, this is a pattern we don't want to save.
But this here, we want to save.
This is horse hair, right here.
You said that already.
And under that, see, this is actually sewn. Wait a minute,
Look how that's sewn in there.
It is sewn to a burlap sandwich, which has more stuffing inside.
This is a big Triscuit.
And it has a self-contained edge roll, as we always say.
You get sick. With 6, you get edge roll.
Oh, that's so funny. It wasn't funny in '73.
Was it Don Knotts film?
No, it wasn't. It was with Brian Keith.
Oh, that's
and
right. How to
Lucy.
Frame a Fig was
Lucy.
with Don Knotts.
So this is what's really been made, and we're going to try and save this. So be careful when you take this out, my friend.
Now we're ready to strip the finish off the chair. And what are these? This is the fretwork that goes underneath the arm padding. And it had fallen off a long time ago. We had this, and this is what we're going to throw into a vat of lacquer thinner.
A pan.
A pan, yeah.
Not exactly a vat.
But you put
Not
these...
like
put that in there.
Cars of the Black Museum.
Along with this. See this? This is the applique.
Or the applique.
From the other side that had fallen off.
Here,
So we'll throw that in there, too. See that there? Hold it there. See that there?
Yeah, I got it.
We'll repair this after we do the stripping.
What's that we could put the whole chair into the vat?
Dip it into something. And you can have something dipped if you wanted to, but with a chair like this, I wouldn't chance it, because if you dip it and the person who's doing the dipping doesn't know what they're doing, maybe they're a dip, you'll get a chair of
They'll
pieces.
put it in on Tish Above and take it out Shrove Tuesday.
And
It'll
then
come out
you'll
even
have nothing.
shakier than it is now.
So what do we do first? What do we do first? First, you're going to put on some goggles, okay?
Not me. I've been taking these tacks out.
Now you got some gloves
since
here.
Purim.
You got the gloves.
And
now
I'm
you
going to
take
stand back.
the remover.
We put some of this lovely orange type remover, and we're patting it on. Well, we aren't. He is. I'm still taking out tacks, and I'll continue to take out tacks for the next 6 days or so.
Now you see this? This is going to go on, and you'll let this sit for a little while, and then you'll come back and test it, and then it'll be...
I wish you could pat it on the tacks and have it remove the tacks.
Wouldn't that be something? Now there's a product. Dissolves the tacks but leaves the wood intact.
And does your taxes.
You know you're taxing me.
This TLC program is sponsored in part by Walmart. Always low prices, always Walmart.
You could say I have an addiction to flowers.
We love to garden. The thing is, there's always something that you need.
It can be expensive, but that's why we're here.
I have over 36 petunias in one bed alone.
People know they can afford to shop here.
I think we're going to do some begonias here pretty soon.
Yeah,
We
we
decided
need
that.
some begonias.
And we'd have great prices on begonias.
Great plants, great prices. Always at Walmart.
Walmart makes it possible for us to have a yard we can be proud of.
What a nice thing to say.
So you spot a termite. Problem is, he's just one of many. Beat the termites with the Terminix team in our termite baiting program, featuring Centricon. Call 1-800-TERMINIX. No bugs, no hassles.
Sizzle is here, and baby with me, we're lighting the grill. You're in for a thrill, 'cause these Applebee's red hot summer grills are here. Well, these grills are so fast, and honey, now is
Enter the real emergency room.
We have to make sure that we're always ready.
I'm going to talk to the family, okay?
Follow the steps to healing.
I'm just scared. I know you are. It looks like you're going to be just fine.
Open your eyes, sweetheart. Feel the urge to comfort.
It's a boy, man. He's looking pretty good. Just hang in there and think positive.
These patients have hopes that you're going to help them, and you just have to try not to let them down.
It's my niche. It's where I belong.
Trauma, life in the ER. Tonight at 8 on TLC.
Tonight on Real History, it was an advanced civilization that mysteriously disappeared. Now go on a search for the true story and exact location of Atlantis, the lost continent. Tonight at 9 on TLC.
Now we got this remover is going. It's working. I know it's working because it's turning black, but it doesn't seem to be revealing anything. And this is kind of an old-time tough finish. It could be an old black shellac.
Which Billy Daniels had the big hit, although
Right.
I prefer the Louis Prima.
Or it can actually be a cassine.
That's where you gamble.
Yeah, that's... it's a very stubborn form of finish that they did in the olden days, in the way olden days. So we'll try something, though. I'll put these gloves on, and we'll try with the chips. I got a bucket of them here. I'm going to put goggles on, and let's see what we can do here.
You still will see the difference between this side and that side.
Oh, definitely.
Now, if you're not in a...
yeah, it's coming off.
In a workshop or a studio where other people clean up, you might want to put a tarp down when you do this stuff.
Now, some people may be saying...
Why are they doing this when they could be out having real jobs?
Well... But there's all those carvings in there, and now, oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, it does start to look better. If you can't tell, take my word for it. It looks better. It does look better. Look
and Ed's
into
been
my
sitting there
eyes.
monitoring everything.
Yes, it does look better. It looks better.
Well, it looks clean. Now we get finished this, okay? Now you got a problem.
Now get the brush.
You got the gong brush here, right? I got to take the glove off for this.
And you brush out as much as you can. Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Away from me, please.
Well, you're sitting there. You're gonna get spritzed. Now.
This can't turn. I can't do my Pete Bar booty.
Now look, we got all this out.
But I noticed, Joe, setting up the next routine, that there's still some chips in the little carvings there. However, will you get them out?
You are right, sir.
I read that nicely.
Wild, funny stuff. Look. You know what this is?
Yes.
This is an air hose.
I'm not going to say on
We
TV.
have an air compressor.
Yes.
We have an air compressor this time.
It's on loan.
This is a great device because it blows air. Secret. So you can blow those chips out of those carvings. Or if you're a real movie buff like Ed and I, you can recreate some famous scenes from old silent movies.
Now I will part the Red Sea so we can get the heck out of here. Oh, there's one in my eye.
You should wear goggles with this. You want some lacquer thinner.
Which has been used about 6 times already.
And we're going to rub.
Now I see the red coming through.
You can
see
that
red.
now.
That's a mahogany under there.
Now it'll have a nice aged burnished look. Look at that.
Like me.
It looks pretty. Wait a minute. Let me get the logo on again.
Oh, goodbye. Dry it off. So now our chair has been stripped and refinished.
Oh, yeah, and for the sake of time, we've completed the refinishing off camera. What we did after our final wash was we shellacked it with the ubiquitous spit coat.
That's 1 part shellac, 5 parts denatured alcohol.
And then we varnished with a quick dry varnish.
Oh, it quick dried. Applying 2 coats, buffing in between with some steel wool.
Then we buffied and jodied the waxing, and waxed the entire thing.
And now we're ready to repair.
Okay. We're going to do some repairs right here.
Let's go back here and do repairs.
You can see some clamps on here. We put the fretwork back on this side. No big deal.
And now we're ready for the second fretwork.
Pop the fretwork out.
Inside.
Now these edges, of course, have been
sanded. Well, so they are ready for glue. And now we
we'll
get
put some
yellow glue.
Little drops on here.
Now you clamp it in with 2 C-clamps. You know why they call them C-clamps?
Because you can see them.
That's right. And then we clamp nicely. Now, ordinarily, if this was a nice piece of wood, we'd put something in there to protect it, but it isn't because it's glue covered by fabric.
Come back with a wet sponge. We'll wipe that off. Main thing is to get the repairs done. Now we have to do the back, and after that, we're going to start with the webbing. We're going to put this ear on, okay? Okay, now we get the cardboard.
And get the clamp. This is a bar clamp.
See, it helps in a situation like this.
To have a friend.
To have somebody, yeah. You want a friend, you don't want an enemy.
And see that, you can see the glue oozing out there.
Now, as you tighten, you got to make sure that this is being positioned right, because it'll have a tendency to move.
To torque, as you torque.
As a Peter torque.
Next, we're going to finish the webbing.
Oh, you mean you didn't do it all? You left the piece out? What's it read?
It's Albanian stock quotations. Pigs up, boars down, sheep holding steady.
Now
Good thing for us.
Now you insulted them, and now we won't be able to play in Albanian.
That's true. What is this really? It's burlap webbing, and we've made our pot holder on all of the bottom except the one last piece that you, the viewer, get to see.
Now,
so I'm going to make
weave it through.
I'm going to weave. Weave me alone, will you please?
Weave.
And since this one went under, this one shall go over. And as it goes in and out and up and around.
Here.
Yes.
Now you're going to
I'm going to
affix, and then I'll stretch.
I want everybody to know that this is a cordless staple gun. And I got one of these, and I'm not giving it back. I don't care who bought it. Look at this. You press it once, and it activates. That means ready, staple gun ready. And then, let's see if it works. Oh! 2 and 3.
Now fold it over.
That's right. We fold it over. 1 and 2, and we put in an extra one.
Now I'm going to use the stretcher. Remember this lovely item? This is the Marquis de Sade's own.
Yes, made by Solo Incorporated. And what that does is it gives a very tight.
You want to get this right on the edge.
Yes.
See, this is rubberized here to protect your wood. So we're going to put this into the jaws.
Spike it through.
Spike it through.
This is also important because this chair is being held together by the webbing as well.
Watch, and listen.
Oh, the creak.
Oh, sounds like the rack.
It's the same sound the Andrea Doria made right before Dorothy Malone got stuck underneath.
How's that?
Oh, I like it because it's like a drum.
I have this,
the electric
which is the electric.
Oh, it just grazed me.
Put this in.
At angles.
There we go.
And now we make a cut. But
can I have that hammer there just for a second?
Because actually my cordless staple gun sank deeper than Joe's electric.
Well, because I'm going to fold this over, I want to make sure that it's as tight as possible.
So give it a snoop.
Going to snoop this right here, fold it over.
Fold over, and
then I'm going to staple again.
Why? Because the more staples, the better.
And I'll just tap it down again.
But not too hard because the chair could come apart.
See how easy? Look, the Lonely Spring on its bed of webbings, and we've marked them.
Yes.
See, we measured 9 springs.
And next to having a doctor go up my nose with an instrument, I like to set springs best of all.
So we're going to put this one spring back here.
We start from the right and the back. Why? I don't know. I read that.
Now you got the curved needle.
Yes, some people set things with an expensive spring setter that shoots in metal things.
We showed that before.
My aunt stole mine. I've got a knot at one end of my thread. I've got a curved needle at the other, and I'm going to go through the bottom.
Now this thread is endless, right? It goes through every spring.
Yes, it just continues and on like the mighty Ganges.
Now I am here to hold the top of this spring.
Yes, you come out very, very close to the spring, and you pull all the way through. 6 feet, 8 feet, 12 feet, $1.
Depending on how many times you're going to tie these things.
And then you go right around the other end of the spring, the other side of the spring, so as to tie it slightly. And it's around my foot, so I'm going to be constant with this chair.
Now, if you notice, for the fans of my hands, I've added my right hand now.
Now, we want to set each of these springs at 3 points, equidistant from each other. Don't worry about calculus or trigonometry or any of those other things I had to go to summer school for. Just be
You
general.
went to summer school?
Yes, for math, I did.
Oh, I went
Yes.
8 years in a row.
And now?
And now I have a TV show.
You got it. Now move that finger or you're going
Now,
to be
let's
permanent
go.
to this chair.
There it comes. Not closer.
Very close.
There we go.
There you go.
There you got it.
And you pull it through. And then right on the other side, you go back down.
There we go.
And what do you do after that? You know, I want it even closer than that.
Yeah, you need it close. Make it tight.
Oh, yeah. And yank that, just like the mighty sea wolf.
Now we want another
And
spring.
look at that. Oh, it's set.
Now we're going to take another spring.
Yes, and you use the same continuous. Now, when you set the springs, make sure that the open part is not at the 4 points of the compass.
So it's not north, south, east, or west. It's just slightly off,
south
like
by
us.
southeast. Oh, look, all those springs are tied to the bottom. And now it's time to tie to the top.
Yeah?
Yeah, get the hand out of there.
Well,
what I've got here is a piece of heavy hemp twine.
It's twine. Look at me up on the table.
Some people like to twine daily, as we always say.
Oh, my goodness.
Can't abide that woman. But take this number 14 upholstery tack, and we bang it into the back here,
Can you see
hoping that the chair does not come apart.
Chair's not going to come apart. Will you stop saying that?
Okay, all right. Sometimes we have to use the side of the hammer.
Now I must pull down.
Yes, always have a friend. And look, I'm hooking this around the first string, and we're working back to front. And theoretically, when I yank that down that much, let the hand go,
okay,
it should stay that way. Now I'm going to go around to the front, and with all my strength, I'm going to pull straight across to the other side of the...
Tie that together.
The other side of the spring, and I go like that, and then I loop it around.
Loop it. Wait, keep it in the center there.
Loop it around.
This would be very difficult to do by oneself.
Now let go and see if we have the right height.
The right
Good.
height.
Now it's going over to the side like a berserk slinky.
Because it's not tied. It's not tied like a crosshair yet.
Right.
We will tie them a second time, perpendicular.
Always keep your height. Now the height I'm setting is where I see the old top, which is, this is unfinished and this is finished. So I want my seat to end around there.
Right here.
So I'm going to put this down about 2 or 3 inches below that.
Hey,
all right. Now
look at this.
Look, magically the springs are tied crossways.
Do you see the crosshairs? The crosshairs.
And now we're going to do the same thing over here. We pull this, and now what's different? Well, first we pull it so we get the kind of
Get in the center there.
level we want, and then we tie it to the other
See
yarn
that?
there.
And go all the way across.
Oh, I will do so.
Pull that section together there.
And then out to number 2.
Is it supposed to be together here?
Doesn't have to.
Okay.
There's not as much pulling and tugging now because they're pretty much
They're all kind of in there.
static.
And the more the padding goes on and the muslin and all that stuff.
Muslin.
Oh, the muslin, right.
Muslin.
The more that's applied, these will go down more and more.
No letters to me, please.
So the
Minister
next time we'll be
Farrakhan.
doing the padding and the upholstery, and we'll buy some horsehair too.
Hey, come back here.
So we'll be finishing up.
And
Yeah, I'm Joe Lorario.
And I'm a straining and sweating Ed Feldman.
Be nice to your furniture.
Oh,
Thank
like,
you.
like he said.
Did you get that in there?
No, almost.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh.